Hey guys.
Hello, everyone.
We found rolly chairs.
We did. Whose idea was it, you think, to do that little thing?
To do the rolling in or to find the rolly chairs? Because that's two different people.
Well, either one.
How is everybody tonight? Let me get on, because sometimes people comment, and we're on StreamYard, and sometimes people comment, and I can't see people's names. So hold on one second. Let me get that started. How is everybody? I told you to turn the volume.
I was trying to turn it down, dear. I finally got it turned down. Okay. So,
All right. How is everyone? Let's see.
This shirt makes me look fat sitting in this chair.
Sorry. You look great. You look great.
You can really see my rolls.
Let's see. Hello, Rich. I know we already said hi to you in the pre-chat. And Beth, welcome to the membership. That's awesome. Welcome to the family.
Yes, welcome to the family.
Hello, Rosemary. How is it in Jamaica? I hope everything's well with you. Everything's good here. It's actually been almost like spring or summer weather. It's crazy.
It has been.
So Rich is going to get some King Kong boxes on Monday. Let us know how it goes.
Yes.
That's exciting.
You got to watch out for Godzilla, too. I'm waiting for Godzilla wholesale to pop up somewhere.
We need one.
We're going to have a battle of the King Kong versus Godzilla.
Somebody please do it.
Yeah.
Somebody please do it.
Yes.
If you want to start a liquidation mystery box company type thing.
Godzilla.
Please name it Godzilla so we can have King Kong and Godzilla. Hello, Tom. How are you? The toys, you've been looking for toys at King Kong, Tom. It's going to be hard. It's that time of year. People are buying toys.
They're supposed to be getting, I emailed them today, or I didn't email them. I Facebook messaged them because, I don't know, we've been getting lots of comments, emails asking, when are they going to have more stock? I don't know. So I've messaged them. They said next week. They weren't prepared for the blitz of people buying from boxes. None of these liquidators are prepared.
They're working on it, though.
Especially when the word gets out about a new liquidator. They're not prepared for the increased sales volume. They're really not. We had one was like, please send business to somebody else.
They did ask us to stop. Please, for a little while, please request somebody else.
Yeah, like we can't keep up with the volume. Can you we're going out of stock of everything.
Our bad.
Can you send them somewhere else? I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So that's fun.
Yeah.
Hello, Gloria from New York. How is it up there? Is it cold? Is it cold up there? Hello, in Tall Pines. Hello, Jennifer. Good to see you. Mary, we missed you the past couple live streams. I hope you're doing okay.
I mean, you've been pretty busy.
Yeah, true.
Everybody's kind of been busy.
Harold's in the house. Hey, Harold.
How'd your 7 pallets go, Harold? Did you finally get them unpacked?
Hello, Turner's Heavenly Homestead.
Yes.
And Sunshine's Badges and More. I just love y'all's names.
I know.
Anyone can do this? What's up, Vince? Good to see you. Very excited.
What did you think of Jessica's blog post that she wrote? He was trying to read it. Remember, you changed stuff around, so the posts I made were no longer, the links are no longer valid. Yeah,
I started blogging, and I've noticed, it's kind of one of those things where part of our growth process right now is realizing who our audience is and all the different audiences and all the people who are interested in different things. So I actually had to make almost 2 separate blogs. It all shows up on the same page on our website, but there's basically 2 different pages, one for more of lifestyle blogging and one for more reselling based blogging, just so that people can find what they're looking for more. So I had to move everything around. So obviously the URLs changed.
Yes.
So there's that.
Yes.
Hello, Kiwi girl. How is it? How are you? It's super late over there, isn't it? Super late? Early. Or is it? It's still late, right?
She's where? I forget.
She's other side of the world.
Yes, but I forget which country.
Hello, Cheeto.
Is it the place where
Aw.
Dang, what was that? The my precious.
What are you talking about?
Where she's from. I'm trying to remember, the little precious guy, the little Smiggles.
Smeagol?
Smeagol.
Well, he's from Middle Earth, which doesn't exist.
You know, where they filmed it, New Zealand. It's not New Zealand.
I'm confused as I don't know.
I don't know.
You have to remind us where you're from because
yes.
I know that you are from that.
It's not New Zealand. Watch it be New Zealand. What's that? Lord of the Rings. That's what it was called.
Lord of the Rings. Yeah, but
they were filmed in New Zealand though.
Were they?
Yeah.
I love New Zealand.
Yeah.
What's up, TJ? How are you doing? How are you? Let's see where we at. Shane, hello. Family roll call. This is exactly what this is. It's like, who's here? Jesse, hello. Let's see. Rosemary says it's hot in Jamaica. Hot. I bet it is. I would be okay with it being hot more than cold, I guess.
The one time I went to the Caribbean, there was like I remember what year was it? Probably 8 years ago. And it was in January, and there was a humongous Arctic blast. It wasn't like Jamaica. We went to like she didn't go. I went to like Honduras and, them countries right around there. And there was an Arctic blast that came through and it shot all the way down there. Everybody was wearing jackets down there because it was like 50 something degrees. And I'm like, I'm on a cruise and it's in the 50s. They were all the Islanders were wearing jackets. They're like, it's so cold. So, yes.
I bet that's how most people feel from the north when they come down to Arkansas and we're like wearing jackets because it's like 40, 50 degrees. And they're like, this is our summer.
Yeah.
Hello, Lance. Hello, Justin. Justin says sales have been down the past 2 weeks. Hopefully it'll pick back up. I'm sure it will.
Our sales are down this week, and I'm extremely upset with eBay right now. There's a huge glitch going on with promoted listings right now. And they don't know what's going on, and they don't know when it's going to be fixed. But we've probably lost at least, today is Thursday, probably $800 in sales at least after the last 4 days that we've lost in potential sales because of their glitch.
Let's see. Hello, Diane. Good to see you. Oklahoma. C-Note says, what up, Joe?
What up?
Hello, Beth. I bet it's cold in Washington right now.
Yes.
I bet it is. And Jack, hello, Christy, who's watching from Facebook, and Crystal from Virginia, watching from Facebook in Virginia. Yeah. Hello, Kim D. Let's see. Mary says, busy's been the word. She's been busy. Oh, you got exposure. Quarantine. That stinks. I'm sure
at some point in time, everybody will have had it. I mean, we've all been exposed at some point in time already. It has to have happened,
Oh man, Gloria says it's 38 degrees in New York. That's cold. That's too cold for me. No, that's too cold.
If I can't go to the mailbox in short sleeve shorts,
let's be real. If he can't go to the mailbox in his underwear,
not during the day. And I usually don't do it at nighttime. Yes, I have done it on an occasion, time or 10, at nighttime.
Jack says you've got a moonshine jug over there.
Do I? Oh, I wish. I mean, they make some pretty good flavored moonshines, but this is just flavored BCAA water. Baca water. It's non-alcoholic. It's like, what is it? Blockchain amino acids.
It's Baca water.
It's Baca water. No, it's I think strawberry watermelon. It's got electrolytes in it. It's for staying hydrated.
I'm not being near as healthy.
Yes.
I never drink one of these, but I've got a Red Bull today because
she didn't do the own. I already drank mine. I guzzled mine in 3 seconds.
I'm just there's a lot going on. I'm like, I gotta stay awake for my friends. Harold is preparing to do liquidation cases for wholesale from store buyouts and AMZ product. Maybe I should change the company name to Godzilla. Yeah, change your name. Okay. Hey, Trey. I did send you an email, so check your email if you have not already. Oh, you already did?
Yeah.
Good job, Trey. You're on it. Yeah. On it. Let's see.
She is in New Zealand. I think, is that her confirming that she's in New Zealand?
New Zealand. You was right. Good job.
My precious. That's why I don't know. You're not my precious. I don't know. Let's just move on.
Gloria wants to know why we have Shopify. So do you want to explain why we have Shopify?
Yeah. For the long, we've had a website for a long time, and it was always a plan of ours to be able to be independent from eBay and Amazon. That we still want to use those as platforms, but we also wanted to be able to sell on our own website. So we've tried it in the past, but a lot of the tools that we use, the web host people, is that right? They didn't integrate with eBay very well. That you could put the listings on your website, but if people wanted to buy it, it would take them to eBay to check out. But over the last year, we've been changing our processes up with eBay, with how we list things, with the descriptions, so that one day we would be able to pull information from eBay and put it on our website. Shopify has been the easiest web hosting platform that we have seen that syncs with eBay.
Yep.
To where you can have, like, if I sell an item on eBay, it will remove it from the quantity on Shopify. If we sell an item from Shopify, it will remove it from our quantity on eBay. But the workaround with Shopify was that Shopify does not have conditions. It's all brand new in their mind. So that's why we had to take some time to figure out how to list the items in eBay so that it would pull that information into Shopify.
Yeah, and the reason why we opened a Shopify store on our website to begin with was because we were having a really difficult time navigating. A lot of people will watch unboxings on our YouTube channel, and they'll say something like, "Oh, I want this," and I'm like, it was very difficult to be able to facilitate those kinds of sales. It just makes it a lot easier for people to shop and find exactly, because the way that we can categorize on Shopify, so people can find things by unboxing, can find things by category, such as, if they're looking for a specific toy or electronic item. It just made it really easy for them to be able to find it. Whereas I'm not having to deal with hundreds of emails of people wanting specific items and then having to facilitate if people want the same item. Yeah. It's just first come, first serve. Here are the listings. So it just made it really easy for us. So.
And with Shopify, I mean, we can do coupon codes. We don't pay fees on Shopify when an item sells. We have to pay like the credit card processing fee, but we don't pay selling fees. So we're actually able to offer a better price, especially to our audience, to you guys that watch. We can offer you better prices than we could on eBay, and we can still make a little bit more money. So like, you guys can save more money. We can make a little bit more money. So it's a win-win.
Yep. Vince says, never had any luck complaining about a load. Just got to learn to eat it. It's part of business. He's talking about a blog post my last blog post did I post the other one
last
yet?
Friday? No.
Last Monday. Talking about when to talk to liquidators. So that's what he's talking about. And we've never really had any luck complaining about it either. So it makes sense.
Yep.
Jesse says that their son is due December 16th.
Congratulations.
Any ideas on how to pause sales without losing customers? Congratulations. That's awesome.
Yep. The best thing I would probably do, I would not put your store in vacation mode. It's going to be a tough deal for you on the 16th because any other time of the year, I would say to just, and I still say the same now, but I would change the handling time from like 1 day to like 7 days or 5 days. Mm-hmm. Explain to them, be on the 16th because what day is the 25th? 25th is on a Thursday or is it on a Friday? Friday. So people are going to be buying online up until the 22nd. No, the 21st. 21st is really going to be the last day of Mad Rush sales.
Yep.
And a little side note, it may even be beneficial for you guys out there that on Sunday and Monday, the 20th and 21st, to change all of your listings to priority mail. And you could charge like $4 for shipping. Mm-hmm. So that way, when people shop on those days, it will give them the priority mail shipping date because people will be shopping last minute. So you may be able to capture some additional sales that you might not otherwise be able to have had otherwise. And it may be something, if you're already going to ship it, priority mail or what have you, like I would just make sure it's on there. That's a little side note for you guys to get extra sales. But the challenge that you're going to have, Jesse, is that people are going to be like, if you do that, like people are not going to pay attention to it. They're going to be wanting their items. So it may be in your best interest this time to put the store in vacation mode. So that way it'll say that, it'll be an announcement on the thing that this buyer or this seller is on vacation. They will not be returning until such and such date, but people are still going to be trying to buy things. I don't know if you have a neighbor or a family member that you would trust to be able to ship the items for you, because that may be better suited for you to be able to do that. You can train over the next 5 days that you can help them learn how to do it while you're gone. So that way you're not losing any sales.
Yeah. So, good job.
I know I didn't exactly answer the question because it's a hard one being on December the 16th.
Yeah.
That you're going to have people not read whether you put it in vacation mode or whether you extend the handling time. You're still going to have people not read. So I would just try to email as you can, but I also know that you want to be present. As your baby boy is born.
Or girl.
They said baby boy, didn't they?
Oh, yeah, your son. Yes. Yay. Miss Miller, thank you so much for the super chat. And I feel like I haven't seen you in a while. I hope you're doing okay. She commented
on a video on the top 10 video I did.
Yeah.
She says she's been buying the 88 lots boxes and that stuff's been selling like hotcakes
for her.
So.
Awesome to hear. And then TJ just got through unboxing his first King Kong electronics box and liked it. I actually did like the King Kong electronics box.
Once I got over the stun of like, this is not all electronics, but then really focus on like the value of this is $75. Like we bought 2 more electronics boxes that we didn't do any unboxing videos. I already got one of those boxes listed, and there was probably I had 2 or 3 items that are at $100 or more in that box. And it was a lot of money in that box.
Yeah, I did enjoy it. Once I was like, this is not electronics. Yeah. Hello. We skipped. So sorry, I lost it.
There we go.
Okay. Hello, Johnny and Sandy watching from Facebook. That's awesome. And then Jack says Arkansas is never cold. Maybe one day a year.
Every couple of years.
Maybe one day a year it gets pretty cold. But that's
Johnny, how is that Home Depot pallets? I know you got the truckload, the 12. Is there 12 pallets or 14 pallets? And you're going to do unboxing videos. I'm just curious how that is going. If y'all are excited about the pallets so far.
Yeah, I'm interested to know.
Yeah.
Hello, Toy Niece and Lance. Shorts weather in Ohio. 50 degrees is shorts weather in Ohio.
That's long sleeve jacket weather here in Arkansas.
It's too cold. Let's see. Regina is asking what a super chat is. A super chat is where you can your comments, you can put a certain amount of money you can pay. There's a little thing there. And then that blesses us. And then also your chat comes up in like this bright thing. So you can show your support, you can ask questions. It just makes your comment also stand out like brighter.
Yes. It's a way of supporting also the content creators.
Yeah.
Like if you value, not saying if you don't super chat us, you don't value us, but I think YouTube added that feature also so that you could show support financially.
It's Let's see, where are we at? Elizabeth, love your channel. Do you do deliveries to the UK?
On our eBay store, we do. I wouldn't mind on our Shopify store. I haven't figured out how to do the shipping yet. It would really depend on the item and the weight, though.
Yeah.
But I know first-class packages we can ship probably for around $13, meaning items that weigh less than a pound. But shipping to the UK is pretty painless for us. So eBay, I believe it's set up for that way. But if you have a specific item that you're interested in, then you can email us, like if you know of the item, and then I can figure out what the shipping rate would be if you're wanting to get an item or multiple items and so forth, because it's not set up that way in Shopify yet.
Let's see. I'm kind of looking through because I'm behind again.
We're only 10 minutes behind in comments.
Only 10 minutes. Billy Says Red Bull, I'm missing the Jaeger.
I know.
I did that a few times. Can't really remember what happened afterwards. But
I have a funny story. I played Madden. I used to really love NCAA football. I was like so good. I never got beat by any of my friends ever. And my old roommate and we used to play a game called Jaeger football, meaning that every time that somebody scored a touchdown, the other person would have to take a shot.
Ooh.
Right?
Ooh.
I would kill him. His name was Anthony Mosley. We called him Mosley. I would beat him like 66-6, 70-17.
Oh man.
It would take like 3 hours to play one football game, but I would kill him. I missed that game. I'd be like, I'm about to score 3 touchdowns in the next minute. And then I would do it because you can do onside kicks, but you could time it just right where you can jump up in the air and catch the ball when the was in the air. I used to destroy people. This is why
I don't play games with him.
Yeah.
Because if he knows he can win, he will win.
Oh, yeah. I try to play honorably unless they're just being jerks. And if they're being jerks, that's like the green flag to like, let's lay it on them.
Hey, A&D resellers, you're not all that late. I mean, we're behind anyway, so you're doing great.
Yes.
I'm glad to see you. Rich wants to know if we've decided to list on Walmart.
I haven't even I guess I thought about it maybe a second, but I don't believe Walmart has used categories. I could be wrong. If they are able to sell in used conditions or open box, then I would definitely look into it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Let's see.
Yeah, because I was wondering who I seen this sale come. Crystal down there. She said she bought the hammock with mosquito net.
Oh yeah,
I saw that sale. I was wondering. I just seen the sale come through, but I hadn't had a chance to see who it was from. I always get so excited because Shopify has like a small ching. It's like ching ching ching. But I always get excited because I know it's somebody out there from you guys that's supporting us. So I don't know. It feels very rewarding when that happens. It is a small cha-ching.
Cha-ching. Cha-ching.
It
Hello,
is.
Forrest. Johnny says he had a horrible day at work today, came home and had sales waiting and been smiling ever since. It really does. It's like those like little ads that say like when you buy from a small business, there's a real person on the other end who's doing a dance. Like every time we get a sale, we're always like, ooh.
Yeah, which I was like, thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus.
Yeah, all
thank
the
you,
time.
Jesus.
Gloria wants to know what the Shopify fee is.
I don't know. We pay a lot. We pay we pay a lot.
We pay a lot. Because
you could easily do it. It may cost $29 a month for like the basic store setup, but we have a lot of add-ons because we've got a lot of different things on there, like the blog. We've got some apps that we've integrated in there that we pay additional for.
It's investing in the future of the website.
But I like it. List perfectly. You can cross list from eBay to Shopify. It doesn't sync, but you can cross post it to my little thingy is breaking. It's coming apart. Maybe I need to focus on the buttons and not pulling it apart. I bought a little thing.
No, I bought you this. I bought him a fidgeter.
Yeah, because I'm always like, I have to do something. It helps keep me focused, you know?
But now he's tearing it apart.
But now I'm tearing it apart to keep me focused. Shopify. But we have to use 2 separate apps to sync it fully, meaning when an item sells, it does it. But that's the only way that I'll do it because we have almost 1,000 items in our inventory now, and there's no way that I could keep up and have to delete and do all that stuff.
Yep. This is a good question. Kim is asking, she's on Facebook, so I'm putting it up here for YouTubers to see. Do you think shutdowns will affect the ability to buy pallets? Mm-hmm. Yes, they will. I mean, and we've already seen this with the first, major shutdown. That means that people aren't able to return items.
Yeah.
So, and people aren't able to go into work. Most of these people are not going to be really considered essential employees. Like even Amazon, they were, for a short period of time, they were not really shipping things that were not essential.
Yeah.
And that was just because there was only a certain amount of people that could go into the warehouses to do that. So with that being said, if that stops, then we're no longer, the consumerism stops. That no longer feeds, whoa, I'm knocking stuff over.
Mm-hmm.
That no longer feeds this cycle of, they have extra liquidated items that need to be liquidated. So if we don't have any items that are being liquidated because we're not having returns and we're not having sales, then that essentially will affect our supply chain as well.
Yep. I know Target's already announced that they're not accepting returns nationwide for 3 weeks, and that will have repercussions on the pallet supply chain. It will, shutdowns, people. I mean, I just don't know what to say.
And it's really, it's just, that's pretty much as far as we know. But we also, we just have to be prepared for the fact that might very well happen.
Yeah. And I don't know, in some states, the pallet liquidation place may be not deemed essential. They may not be allowed to open, whereas, Walmart and Target is essential. But small businesses are not essential when they're just as essential.
As long as, and this is, as long as every part of the chain, the big box stores, the liquidation companies, and all of that, as long as they can all stay open, we should be okay.
Yep.
There may be a smaller amount of items just because there won't be as many people shopping.
Yep.
But we should be okay. I mean, and it really depends on what they say is essential, because some liquidators do sell food.
Yeah.
So if they do sell food, they may actually be considered essential employee and can stay open, and then we'd all be able to continue purchasing from them. But that might also change. So I do feel like whatever happens, is going to affect us in some way or another. And that's where, I always encourage people in this business to be adaptable. Don't be afraid, but be prepared that at some point you may have to change your sourcing strategy, even for a little bit. Figure out some other ways to source things, get creative. I don't want to make anybody scared or afraid, but I do want to make sure that you guys have a level of preparation.
Yeah. I think you have to have, especially you have to have a plan. That's why, one of the reasons, that reason, plus a few other reasons, is a big reason why we are focusing more on small items right now that we can easily ship, that people need, because more people will be buying online than in the stores. And also, like, our Facebook market sales have slowed down tremendously, whereas there's items that we used to sell very, very quickly, and they're not anymore. So it's like, we don't, so yeah. But small boxes, it could be an option. Instead of a pallet, you could purchase some small boxes here and there. That way you can keep your online resale business going and not have to worry so much about pallets.
I'm loving look at these member questions. These are so good. It says, do you have to go in and change the handling time on each one individually, or is there a mass way to change it? Same with charging shipping. So she's asking in response, for those of you who are just joining in, she's asking in response to a question where somebody was about to have a baby and they wanted to know how they could adjust their store. And we talked about adjusting their handling time as opposed to putting their store in vacation mode. Oops, we're out of focus.
You keep moving your hands.
Sorry, I talk with the hands.
Yeah. But yes, there is a way. You can set your handling time as part of your business policy, and you can just easily change that business policy. Or in the bulk editing place, you can change that under the shipping tab, I believe. Handling time extended, I think, from 1 to like 5 or 6 days. You can change it too.
Shane says that they got the email to switch their store to manage payments. Is there anything you would like them to know before they do? You just need to make sure that you have a bank account, and the information that is on your eBay account, as far as the name, it matches exactly with what is on your bank account, because that is what's going to hold you up the most. That's where the issues are going to be. So make sure that the bank account that you're using, if you have eBay, if your eBay account is a business account, then you're going to need to make sure that your bank account is a business account, and vice versa. It's got to match up exactly. Yep. Good. Yes. We would know. Yes. Vince says that USPS has cost him over $100 this week alone in returns due to items never showing up or extremely late. Yes, we've been experiencing the same issues with USPS Well, I have. He hasn't. It's my doula business.
Yeah, we haven't. I'm surprised. I don't know. There's been a few international people for eBay international shipping that their shipping has been delayed a little bit, but it has showed delivered. But for the most part, like I had one person that left me negative feedback because they called it snail mail.
Snail mail.
But I just emailed old eBay up and said, hey, I shipped this within the time that it was allowed. They received it. It's all good. Can you remove this negative feedback for me, man? And they're like, yeah, buddy, we can take care of you.
They didn't say it just like that, but it would have been cool if they did.
Well, I've learned,
Yeah,
I've learned
buddy.
with eBay. I was like, hi, how are you doing today? I hope you're having a great week. I have an issue. Can you please help me with this issue? And then I thank them in the email in the end. And they're always so much more thankful and receptive to help me when I do that.
Go figure.
Yes.
No, I had an issue with USPS because I had ordered some booklets. I've moved my childbirth education classes to online. And I have to mail out their booklets because I don't see them in person. Luckily, my client is local, so I just had to drive 30 minutes and 30 minutes there and back. So that was like an hour of my time. But because the booklets did not come in time, although I ordered them with plenty of time, it was frustrating, but it is what it is.
Yeah, I do want to add about that because I know lots of in the different Facebook groups, a lot of people are having issues. Just be patient, like communicate with your buyers. I think for the most part, they're just nervous it's not going to come in before Christmas.
Yeah.
And if it is lost, if it's not there, then they're going to have to buy something else. And a lot of people, they don't have any money. So being overly nice, apologetic, doing those things, it's going to take you a long way with those customers. But also there's the question that was raised about whether people should insure first class mail packages or ship an item priority mail versus first class mail. And it's a simple math thing. So like if you have 10 items that you ship out, that your average sales price is $25. So that's $250, right? Say 1 out of 10 packages gets lost, right? So that's $25 out of every 10 packages that gets lost. Well, what if you charge ship? What if you actually decide that you want to purchase insurance for all of those, or if you want to ship priority mail versus first class? Well, if you add insurance on a first class package, it's going to cost you around $3, right, per package. So if you insure 10 packages, that's $30 that you're paying in additional insurance fees that you wouldn't normally pay. Same thing with priority mail. It's probably going to cost you about $3 to $4 extra to ship it priority mail versus first class mail. So you're going to be spending $30 for the potential to save $25. So you're actually not saving any money. You're actually spending more money by doing so because you've now spent $5 more in insurance versus just refunding the person for the one. So that's a cost analysis that everybody has to do for their business. Weigh the cost, figure out how much it's going to cost you to insure all those packages and the percentage of time that the packages may get lost. Granted, it could be $100 item that you lose and you're like, dang it, that's not good. Or it could be a $10 item that you lose. But you've got to weigh that cost and figure out if that's what you want to do.
That was a beautiful way to explain that, by the way. I just want you to know.
Thank you.
I really appreciated that. That was very easy to understand. Jesse, thank you so much for the super chat. We so appreciate the support. I'm getting down to it.
I want to see some pictures.
Well, you don't have to work. I know we're strangers, so that might be weird. But
I think we're friends on Facebook, so I'm sure I'll see them at some point.
Yeah, but I like babies.
Yes.
I like the babies. Which is one of the reasons why I became a doula too, because you get to love on mamas and their babies. Let's see. Lance said he got his email too. Wants to know if they can use, can we use our PayPal account to link managed payments, or do we need to open a different account?
It has to be a bank account.
Bank account.
You'll be happy. Like once you get up and running to managed payments, you're going to like it. I know there's lots of, anxiety in there about people switching to managed payments, but they've gotten fast with their payments. Like even the money that they send on Friday, I always get it now Friday afternoons. I get it before the weekend's up. It used to take 3 days, but now it's like 1 day, and I'm getting the money from the pending payments. So also I would say, Shane, I just remember this, is make sure you have money in your bank account. to float you because it may take you 2-3 days overall to get your money. But the great thing now is you can actually pay for the shipping labels from the pending payment amount versus having to pay for it outright as you previously did.
Very cool. I'm getting to more questions. If I haven't gotten to them yet, I probably haven't gotten there yet. I know
we're only 17 minutes behind because I talk a lot.
Well, there's some people on Facebook that I want to get to also. So your comments are coming. I promise. Yes. Let's see. I don't know how to pronounce your screen name, Ron Now 34, but you're not late. You're on time. The party is now, and you're here. You're doing great. TJ is multitasking. That is playing his PS5.
What game are you playing, TJ?
Cheeto wants to know how long we've had our eBay store.
I've been selling on eBay for probably, how old am I? Probably 10 years now. I've been selling on eBay. 8 years full time.
Yep. Oh my goodness. Miss Miller.
Oh no.
Had a minor surgery and then kitchen pipe bust. That is such a 2020.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. It's almost over. 2020 is almost over. Maybe everything will just look up once the thing turns to 2020. Yeah. I don't know. We'll see. Let's see. Oh, Trey, everybody's here. There's a party. We're on
Everybody's chatting on YouTube.
We're on YouTube also. So we're on both.
And if you are watching on Facebook and you're not seeing all the comments, there's a lot more on YouTube. So jump on YouTube. There should be a link down in the description.
You can do either one. I try to put the comments from YouTube on StreamYard so that you guys are part of this conversation. I try to do my best. Wendy! Wendy's here. Oh, you lost your card. No, your best part was your card.
The card that Jolyn made Miss Wendy.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I thought she said she lost her card. And I was like, why? No, you got your card. That's awesome. She is really loving making those little personalized cards. So, and yes, please, if you can, so that I can get through them faster. If you have questions that you want us to address, please put them in all caps. It's easier for us to see. Let's see where we at. Going through, dun dun dun. DJ got their first Market Street box today.
Awesome.
Yay. Johnny's gonna pick up 12 pallets on Tuesday. Gabe wants some single pallets.
He picked them up.
Oh, picked up.
Yeah. We had a picture. They sent us a picture. It was pretty cool. I was excited.
I remember that.
It took me back.
Listen, the night is night. And my brain starts turning off. In the summertime, I'm much better because once the sun goes down, my brain just stops working. Gabe won some single pallets, and they were Bed Bath & Beyond, going as fast as I can list. Lots of broken stuff from Amazon.
Yeah.
I'm like,
It's part of it. Unfortunately, direct liquidation, depending on where it comes from, they do have a habit of some of that stuff.
Yep. Gloria asks great questions.
Yep.
You mentioned you have more than one eBay store. Can you explain why?
Well, with eBay,
I'll just leave that up there for a second.
Lots of different reasons. On eBay, it's always a good idea, in my opinion, to have multiple accounts as backup accounts because you never know if you unknowingly sell a brand that they don't want you selling it and they report you and your account gets suspended, right? Because that's happened to us several times where I'm following the directions, I'm looking at the Vero list, but then a brand out there is like, hey, I don't want them to sell my product, so I'm going to report that they're selling this item and I don't want them to. So they report to eBay, and then eBay does the whole thing like, reach out to the brand, but in the meanwhile, we're going to suspend you for 3 days. And that's the first time it happens, it's a warning. And then it's 3 days, and then it's 7 days, and then it's 30 days. And then after that, you get kicked off for good. You never want to reach that point. So I believe in having multiple eBay accounts as a form of protection to protect your business, your livelihood in the event that happens. It's not that you're maliciously doing something wrong, because some people do, but it happens. Like if you are a full-time reseller and you get suspended for 7 days, like that's a loss of 25% of your income. Like they used to, when you get suspended, they would prevent you from listing new items, but now they actually hide your items for the 7 days. So not only can you not list items, but now nobody can buy the items that you have. So in those situations, I feel like it's best. That way, if you get suspended, you can at least start listing items in the other store to have it as a way. But also, when we first started YouTube, we had our Liquidation eBay store, and then we had our other store where we would sell a lot of items that we didn't want people to know about. They're items that we worked hard to build up a list of items that sold very well, and we didn't want people to find those.
It would have been very easy for somebody to, with that eBay store, that they could look, find out what they're buying, and basically reverse the process. And then we'd just be creating so much competition for ourselves and actually buying ourselves out. So
and there's lots of people that give out BOLO list and buy this, or I bought these. People on YouTube, like resellers, they have good intentions of saying, hey, go buy these items.
Yeah.
Right. And I'm always leery of that. Like, they have good intentions, but but
then you flood the market.
The adverse effects of that, now people are going to go buy those exact items, and then they're not going to like it. They're going to go buy it. They're going to listen to eBay and Amazon. And then you're going to see all those items that are priced low. And then people are going to start freaking out because everybody else is selling them. They feel like the only way for me to be able to sell them is if I lower my prices. So then it's called a race to the bottom. And there's lots of YouTubers who have done that, who have actually lost their market share for specific items because they shared their store, they shared their stuff. So we always wanted to keep it private. So
for us, piggybacking on that, this is why when we teach you guys, and give you guys information, we give it to you freely so that you can take it and apply it to your own life. Because if I gave you the goods on exactly how we do every single thing in our and how we organize it down to scheduling, routine, and all that other stuff, it may not work for you.
No,
it may not work for you because your values may be different. Your priorities may be different. You may have things going on that prevent you from doing that makes it that I can, or vice versa. And so I just, one of the things I tell you is I give you information in a way that you can take that and then apply it to your own life and say, will this work for me? Do I need to tweak it this way? Like, that's why people ask me, what kind of pallet should I buy? I don't know. How much space do you have? How much capital do you have? How much time do you have? Because that's going to be different from me. So yes, piggybacking on that was kind of a little side thing. I don't know who this is because the StreamYard didn't give, there's no permission on there, but I will answer the question. If you guys decide to keep things, do you include it in your profit? No, we do not. A lot of times we'll say things like, as we're bantering, like, ooh, this may never leave our house. We may never, but chances are we do sell it. And if we do keep something, we don't include, if we know, like right at the time that we unbox, it's like, hey, I needed this. This is mine. We don't include it in the unboxing. However, if afterwards we decide that we're going to buy it, we technically purchase it from ourselves. So that way we can make sure that we keep the business money and the personal money separate, if that makes sense. And very rarely, even if I needed something or wanted something, will I keep it if there's not like at least doubling our money on a box. And that's just how I am. I know, like, sometimes it'll carry over and it all evens out in the long run. But like if we get a box and we haven't doubled our money and I kind of wanted the thing, I'm like, I'll sell it. I'll just sell it. So let's see, where we at?
We still have never ordered a Catch and Deals box.
We haven't.
I'm not sure if we will.
We have not.
I know lots of people like them.
Our Ace Hardware stuff actually came from a friend of ours.
Yeah, I have a fraternity brother who owns 2 Ace Hardwares here in town. He jumps on the chats every once in a while, and we work together to help move product that when he needs space. He's like, Joe, I've got some stuff I need to get rid of. And then we do like a what's it called? Commission? Not commission, but
like a consignment type thing.
Consignment fee.
Yep. Mary wants to know about changing shipping to priority mail. You can mass change those.
Yes.
Okay.
You can mass change it. I'll try and put a video up in the group, Mary, to show you kind of how to do those mass changes. Because when I figured out how to do that, you can bulk edit all the stuff, listings. It saved me lots of time.
My Red Bull's gone. Hello, Wendy. You love us so much.
Thank you, Wendy.
Well,
Well, 21 minutes. We jumped behind.
I'm trying. Why didn't we smell anything this week? I don't know. I don't know why
Did we smell any unboxing videos? I mean, we haven't had one. We had the one come out Tuesday.
We didn't really smell anything.
And I don't know. Some days just aren't smelly. I'll send
Some
you.
days just aren't smelly, Tom.
I'll send you a video of me smelling stuff. Are you one of those? Do you have like a?
Stop. Stop right there.
What do you want me to smell, Tom?
Trey's back on YouTube. Welcome,
Sweet.
Trey. You're welcome, Kim. We love helping out. Let's see. I'm trying to go through here. TJ is upset with Facebook Marketplace. Reached the sales threshold. We had to verify our identity, and it was supposed to take 2 days. That was last week sometime.
Yeah.
Ooh.
TJ, are you aware of List Perfectly and the ability to be able to cross post from eBay to Facebook Marketplace?
Ooh.
It does it pretty easily. It takes everything over except for the category and the condition. But pictures and description and everything, it bloop right over in a matter of seconds.
With managed payments, does it send profits from each sale individually, or does it do it on a time schedule?
Time schedule.
Mm-hmm.
You can select to do it every day or once a week. And if you do once a week, then you can choose the day that you want it to be done.
Oh, here's a question for you. This is one of the ones I was trying to get to when I saw it on Facebook. Brandon asks, they say they're so frustrated, started selling on eBay just recently, and they suspended his account and sent an email saying that it's permanent and he cannot appeal it.
That's a bummer.
I don't know.
I don't know. Would not know of the reason. I don't know if you had an account maybe 10 years ago that got suspended or something. Usually that's the only reason why I see of that, unless it's drop shipping related.
So I don't know. There would need to be more information.
I don't know if you have a spouse, and if you have a spouse, maybe they could do it. But then, you've got to be careful about the IP address and the address. Like, it's a lot of workarounds that would have to be done. The best bet, maybe contact somebody on the eBay for Business Facebook page. They may be able to help get you some better answers and figure out what you can do to appeal that. But I know that's very frustrating and disheartening. So I'm very, very sorry about that.
Yeah. Hey, it's Christina and Martin. Martin is one of our editors. He does a great job on our videos that he does. He is really good at picking out the funny parts and making sure that we capitalize on those funny parts. So I love that.
And I like the new thing that you've been doing. I don't even know if you're still there. Maybe it's Christina. I don't know. We're like at the beginning of the video. It's got it's got the black space at the top. I don't know what that's called, but it's like a movie film type thing. You know what I'm talking about, Jessica?
Nope.
I don't know how to describe it. I like it if you're still on.
Elizabeth, our next unboxing, we were doing them 3 to 4 times a week. But I feel like people are missing some of the unboxings because of how often we're posting them. So Joe and I are trying to figure out that happy medium of, do we do 2? Like, exactly how many do we do? So when's the next one scheduled to go out?
Let's see. Maybe Saturday.
Saturday, probably.
Yeah, it's the balance between unboxing videos. That it's a busy time of the year. Like, we like doing the unboxing videos, but we also like to make the additional income on the unboxing videos. And for these last, 5 or 6 unboxing videos, we're losing money by doing them because there's so many. We're outsourcing the editing so that we can do more, so that we can do more unboxing, so that we can list more. So we found ourselves losing money by doing unboxing videos. So we're cutting it back so that we're not. I think y'all would understand, as a business person, you don't want to be wasting money. So we're using that time, instead of having to film 4 days a week, that I'm listing more, which is actually going to increase our revenue. So there's several boxes. Probably, I think I bought 20 something boxes of stuff. And I think Whitney and I, we've already got like 3 boxes listed this week. No, we probably got 5 boxes listed this week, but 3 of them we never unboxed. Like, we were able to just open up the box and start listing. And that was kind of nice.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very nice. So we're finding that balance of,
I do want to mention this. Harold posted something that I thought was really good. 9 out of 10 buyers I find are okay with late delivery as long as you take the responsibility. In other words, I'm so sorry. Let me see if I can help somehow instead of, hey, I sent it out on time, which is so true.
Yep.
People are stressed out. It is a stressful time of year. It has been a crazy year just to begin with. So being able to be seen as helpful and kind and responsive goes a long way. And I've talked this many times about even talking with liquidators and pretty much any relationship you have. If you can come with them as, I'm taking responsibility for me. How can I help you instead of, hey, this is your problem. I don't want to deal with it.
Yep. Validate their feelings. Say, hey, I'm so sorry. This must be a very frustrating situation for you. I would be frustrated too if I get frustrated when my packages aren't on time. Mm-hmm. And then do that. And it goes a long way.
Oh, TJ says that you are so eloquent. I think you are, though. You really are. I think you are very eloquent.
I got you. When I'm not stumbling on my words.
Well, it's not really about stumbling. It's about the way that you present it is you break things down in a really good way. Gotcha. It's the teacher in you.
There was a question up here.
You do.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Sorry. Oh. I hit the back button. I'm not touching that anymore. It was about a return. They had their first return, and the eBay said that the money was on hold. Is that going to count against them or something? The way it works with eBay now is that once the return is open, eBay will put that money on hold because they want to make sure that the buyer is going to get their money when you do return it. So as long as you handle the return properly, that meaning that you process a refund within the allotted handling time, you're going to be okay. So that money, it'll go bye-bye. They'll take care of them, what have you. So there you go.
Let's see.
And I'm never going to touch that again. I'm so thankful that it just saved it for us and we didn't have to start a whole new stream.
This is good. Mary, yes, we did talk about this. If you get a brand new phone in a pallet, there is something about not being able to sell it for use, but it has to be sold for parts or something. Not all phones.
No.
I'll let you take care of it because I know you know how to.
It really depends on the carrier itself. Like Straight Talk branded phones, like Straight Talk Net 10, Track Phone, all of those have a security feature to where they're not active within those cell phone carrier systems until the item is scanned at the register. So if you're in doubt, you can go to that respective carrier. There will be a chat feature somewhere on there that you can actually have them check the IMEI number for you to see if the phone can be activated.
It's to prevent theft.
Yeah.
So you can't just stuff it in your pocket and walk out and activate it. It has to be scanned at the register. But when you liquidate items, they don't scan those things at the register. They just throw them in a box and liquidate them, which means that they don't know that carrier doesn't even know if it's been stolen or not. Whether and like we always talk about, like the receipts from liquidations the chain of sale has been broken in that case, and so it doesn't qualify as a purchase.
Yep. So check the IMEI number. Before you do sell it, it'll save you a long way.
And then Mary Ellis, we do plan on doing some videos. I'll make sure that we write this down. I
think actually what I'd like to do for that type of video, for a shipping video, is actually do a live video doing it. I think it would allow me to be able to spend a lot more time going through the process. I can answer questions immediately because it's been so long since I've learned how to ship that there's a lot of information that I probably take for granted that I wouldn't even think of explaining by just making a video. So I think doing a live stream, like this is how I ship, That way people can ask questions. I can get like an overhead camera so that people can see down. I already thought about how I would do it. So I've been thinking about it.
If we were to schedule that and let you guys know ahead of time when that would be, maybe that would be something that you guys would like.
And I could do it. It'd probably be easier to do it in the evening. One night, I don't know, we'd have to work together to be able to do it with the kids and all, but spend like an hour and just shipping and showing people the process. And then people could watch it on the replay.
And Monica, I'm glad you received your watch and you liked it.
Yay!
Or wait, he's not there with you. Should we be quiet? Am I going to ruin the surprise?
I wanted to keep that watch. I forgot about it. And then I was like, I forgot all about that watch. Because I was thinking it was another watch. And I said, I'm glad I sold it to you because I would never, ever wear it.
You wouldn't have worn it
So I didn't say that to make you feel guilty. Like, oh, I can't believe it. I bought it from him and he wanted to keep it.
No.
It's not like that. But I liked it.
It was a nice watch.
It was. But it was more than what I like to do.
Edward Turner, Kansas City.
Go Chiefs. If you're from Kansas City and you don't like the Chiefs, you better not be a Raiders fan.
What's a good app to merge or edit my unboxing videos for YouTube? I guess the simplest one, if you have a Mac, would be iMovie. It does the job. If you want to do like any like special effects, stuff like that, I use Adobe Premiere Pro, and it seems to work really well for me. But you have to pay for that. But there is a free one that pretty much does it does a really great job. What's it called?
DaVinci Resolve.
DaVinci Resolve. It's a free app. It's pretty good.
There's lots of YouTube videos, tutorials, but there's also some free ones that you can use on your phone. Like if you film and edit on your phone, you can use. But I don't remember what
it would be really difficult to edit an unboxing video on your phone just because of how long it is. I'm sure people do it though. Yeah. I don't think that I could stare at a small screen that long personally. But they do have like Premiere Pro for phones and stuff. So I'm sure they have apps for phones as well, but I don't know them.
We're only 16 minutes behind, guys.
We're getting there. What's a Vero list?
Vero list is just a list of businesses that have told eBay that they do not want their items sold on their platform. So if you do a Google search for eBay Vero list, it'll bring it up.
Oh, look at this. TJ's on it. TJ's a better editor than me, so he would know. I would take his advice.
Yes.
Let's see. I'm trying to read. I've learned that you have to read before you put them on the screen because sometimes what you think is going to happen doesn't actually happen. Let's see. Simply Shania. This live is always saved. So we on our YouTube channel, we even have a playlist and you can see them in order. So Lenora, how have you been? It's been a minute since I've seen you on here. It's good to see you. I hope you're still on here since it's been like a minute since you said that, but let's see. You guys, you moderators are on point answering these questions. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Let's see. XYZ can't see me. Hello. Ever thought of trying drop shipping? Make money without ever touching the product? Yeah, but we haven't done that.
It's against eBay's and Amazon terms of service. A lot of people do it. The margins are very, very thin. Even if you open up your own Shopify store or your own website and you sync your drop shipping like Alibaba or there's many other drop shipping sites, the margins are so thin that you're going to have to do lots and lots of sales in order to make money. And then with rapidly dropping prices, you're going to have to monitor daily. For people who have a lot of time but no money, it would probably be a decent option for you to start. But you probably aren't going to make a whole lot of money starting out.
I'm trying to catch up here. Bye, Beth. You're probably already gone, but I'll see you later. I'm trying to catch up with everybody. right here, there's a Facebook user that's asking if we ever do flea markets. We did have one at one point because it was a great way to sell items that are either too big and bulky to be shipped or so small and inexpensive that they would not, they would eat up our profits with shipping and fees. So we did do that for a little while. Unfortunately, there was just a lot of turn of events happened. 2020 happened. And it was just very difficult to upkeep it. So we did end up shutting it down for now. I'm not opposed to doing something again someday. It was just one of those, we were not profiting enough to justify the amount of time he was spending stocking the flea market booth, working the flea market booth, and things like that. So at some point I would like, and I'm not opposed to doing it again. Yeah. It's just for right now.
I think you may be talking about it, maybe a weekend flea market. I would love to do those if our kids were older.
Yeah.
Right now, it's just not an option for us.
Oscar wants to know what's up with Bargain Hour. No more cool electronic boxes for now.
Yeah, I've been talking with Aaron from them, and they've been really selective. There's a lot of bad loads going on right now where there's just so many liquidators out there that pass off bad loads. So he's been very selective with what he's buying because every year it does that around this time. People charge a lot more than what they should. But a little birdie is named Aaron. He said that he's going to be having some boxes coming up either late this weekend or early next week. He said he would let me know so that I can let you guys know when they're going to be released.
I'm sorry. I'm laughing at
when
this.
I broke the internet.
When you broke
I broke the internet.
No,
I know.
This is just oops. Whoa. Question mark. TJ says, "Oh no, I broke it."
Uh-oh, you're gone.
I'm pulling a TJ.
So yeah, I guess you've done it too, TJ. It's not that hard to do.
I'm like, you're like trying to like answer questions, and I'm over here trying not to like. It was so funny. Y'all are hilarious. Let's see.
I did have a dream.
Look, Vince wants to know, what did you do?
I had a dream last night, Jessica. I didn't tell you. I heard that in the dream, A&E announced that they are renewing season 2 of Extreme Unboxing.
Woo! Were we on it?
Yes,
it's like,
we were on it.
We were renewing season 2 of Extreme Unboxing. You're not on it, though.
they had sent us a text message or something. I'm like, this is weird. Like you're telling us that you want us on season 2 in a text message.
Well, I had a dream like months and months ago that they called and said that they weren't going to have us on the show. So maybe that cancels it out, and now we still don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Let's see. How do I create or document an invoice for mystery box items for eBay protection reasons?
I would either list all of the items individually in the description, or I'd make sure you take a picture of all of the items in there, and then I would put in there that these items are from a shelf pull or customer returns, and there's no guarantee that if any of them are working. You laughing at Mary's comment?
Yep. Mary says, Joe, all I could think of watching the Cowboys game in the past few weeks was you giving me crap for being a Cowboys fan, but telling me I was a good fan for sticking with them, even with the bad. Well, you got to understand also, Joe is a Chicago Cubs fan for baseball. And they didn't do too well for a while.
And then the Chiefs, they won 4 games in like 5 years, 6 games in that period of time. And so, yeah, I'm sorry that Jerry Jones is still your owner. I believe if he was to sell the team, the Cowboys would become much better. Maybe not sell. Maybe he should stop pretending. He should stop playing general manager because he's not very good at it. I think history the last 15 years shows that's the case. I mean, before free agency, when he had Troy and Deion Sanders and Emmitt Smith and Michael Irvin, then they were good, but not since free agency really has come in. He has no idea what he's doing.
Good night, Wendy. You're probably not on here anymore, but good night. We love you. Edward loves the Chiefs quarterback. Well, because he's awesome, but his girl Carmen is a ride or die Raider.
I bet she was yelling this last Sunday when Derek Carr threw that Hail Mary touchdown. That wasn't a Hail Mary, that long ball as time expired to win the game. What were the Jets thinking?
Let's see. I jumped. Let's see. Hold on. Annie has done drop shipping for items from China. There's a lot of competition, a lot of complaints about shipping times and items not arriving.
Yeah. I don't want to make China any more rich than what they are.
Hello, Snooks.
I might just go ahead and scroll.
Hello, custom.
Sorry, I'm not going to touch it anymore. I'm so used to scrolling with 2 fingers, but when you do it on StreamYard, it backs out.
Oh no, Joseph. Oh man.
Sorry.
Okay, let's see. They really like your top 10 video.
I know. And I was like, they're not going to like it. I mean, it didn't get a whole lot of views compared to other videos, but the engagement was through the roof. People really liked it.
We made the mistake of letting our 5-year-old pick one of our pallets.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
I'm so sorry.
I'm trying to imagine.
Display appliances. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. I'm not laughing. I'm not laughing at the situation. I'm just imagining our kids trying to pick out a pallet and how we like to give our kids freedom, but I think that we would have a heart attack.
Yeah. I'm sorry about the display. I mean, I guess they got, some appliances for their play kitchen.
Maybe that's why they chose it.
Yeah.
They were like, oh yeah, this would be great. Hello, Going Rogue. I haven't seen you in a while.
He doesn't get off work. I don't know, he or she. It's hard with some y'all screen names to know sexual orientation and such.
No.
No.
Gender or sex. Sexual orientation is not the same thing.
Okay, gender association. Is that the right terminology?
No. Well, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that would be okay.
Just them. It's hard. Them. Thems. Is that right also? What's the proper terminology? They. All right, just calling you theys. No more he's, she's. Theys.
Joseph.
Well, hey, I don't want to be calling a he or she or she or he.
They
or
usually
he
are
or
nice
BB.
enough to correct you.
Yeah. But Going Rogue gets off work around this time.
Oh, right.
So they usually at the end or slightly after the video goes live after the live. You know what I mean?
Tigran, right? I got it right this time, right? Because last week I had a really hard time with it. Received a bunch of cheap Chinese stuff from Bargain Hour, waste of money.
You'd be surprised on those items, though.
I would price some of them and make sure, because some of them don't look like they're worth very much, and then they actually are. We
sell a lot of those goods for like $15 to $20 all day long.
First lot from King Kong. Let us know how it goes.
Yes.
Let's see. Primetime Treasure Hunter. What's up, Dom?
We're actually going to be on Primetime's channel January the 20th. Whoop, whoop. We're doing some competition or something against some.
Well, whatever it is, we'll win.
$1 million people.
I'm going to win.
I'm like, $1 million people. I'm like feeling a little competitive edge. I'm like, they're $1 million business or something. I don't know.
We're going to win.
Yes.
We got to win. Let's see. Where are we at?
Thrifting Buys tuning in with.
Hello. How's it going? How's the business? And Marie's here.
Yes.
But it is getting close to that time.
It is.
It is getting close to that time. Let's see.
You jumped.
Yeah, but we're not that far back now, I think.
I was told to stop it. Stop touching it. He did it again.
I want to get there. So I really want it. You broke it again. Double oops. Yeah. LOL, Joe broke it. A&D says, TJ, what did you do? Mary Ellis says, "Why, Joe?" Marisa's turned the camera back on. Joe.
Sorry.
I'm reading y'all's comments. It is so funny.
I'm getting lightheaded. I need to breathe.
Tom says, "Joe, stop touching it. Quit touching it."
I'm sorry.
Yeah. Going Rogue does say actual mystery boxes with unknown contents are not allowed on eBay. You have to list the items that are in them, so they aren't really mystery boxes.
Yeah.
That is true.
But although there are probably in the tens, if not hundreds, of mystery boxes that sell every day on eBay.
Edward can't find any of the apps TJ or Jess and Joe mentioned for Android.
The DaVinci Resolve isn't actually software based for your computer.
It would probably have to be. It's going to be really hard to edit unboxings on a phone because the file is going to be so big. So like when you're like cutting, like most of the time. It really depends on how you have it set up, but most of the time, like for example, when you use like iMovie or something like that, it's one big file, and then when you cut it, the file is still there on either side, so it ends up becoming a very, very big file until you render it down to one file, right? So like editing on a phone would be great for like smaller videos, but an unboxing video, because it's usually going to be like anywhere from 20 minutes to like an hour and a half, it could even be. That's a lot for a small phone to handle. Mm-hmm. And it's going to take up a lot of memory. It's going to run really slow. You're probably going to get a lot of error messages. I've edited like small things for like social media on my phone, but then I've had to clear that stuff out and put it on a cloud or something because, oops, sorry, my hands are messing up the focus. But that's my only concern with editing on a phone. Something as large as an unboxing video. So I'm sorry. I hope that helps. It probably doesn't. It probably is like, oh man, I really want to find something, but hello, Ian's mom.
Speaking of top 10, are there any other top 10 videos or top 5 videos that you guys would like to see? If I have time, I thought about doing like a top 10, like I thought so.
I thought so too.
But like a top 10 unboxing video. Obviously, I wouldn't be able to show like the whole unboxing because that would be like an 8-hour video. That would be like a Saturday all day video. But then I thought about doing some other ones. I don't really know. So if y'all have any ideas of other like top 5, top 10 things that I can do little countdown videos on. Yeah.
Hi, Tabby. We got a lot of old school people coming back today. It's good to see you guys. Let's see.
Thrift battle. That's what we're doing.
Thrift
with
battle.
$1 million peddlers. We have sold well over $1 million on online since we've been selling. Probably close to like 1.4, 1.5 million now.
Richard, I know that you're 100% male. We know. I've talked to you enough to know. Faux show. What's up with them dreads? Oh, my dreads. I'm like, what? Yes. What about them? They're dreads. I need to fix them. I need a maintenance. I need to fix them.
I like them.
Yeah. What about them? They're dreadlocks. In Oklahoma, John, that's a long way for us to drive to get a booth.
If you want to come and pick up the items, price them for me, and then take them back there. You can do like some sort of a booth you like as seen on TV. The family flips. I mean, you could do it. So yeah, and then we can split the proceeds.
Let's see. Trey, if I zip tied his hands together, he wouldn't be able to talk. He can't talk with his hands tied up.
Nah. Like
if he has to talk with his hands or he forgets what he's saying, that could have been taken really out of context, but I didn't. It's, this is our second goodbye. Okay.
Yeah.
Good night, sunshine. You're probably already gone.
Thrifty and Buy talked about eBay grooming themselves to sell in the next 5 years. I would say I don't believe that. I would say that they were the former CEO was doing so. I know that they had some type of capitalist firm that bought a huge share of eBay. That I feel like they made a lot of good changes by forcing changes to be made with eBay, but I don't see them selling ever. They're breaking records that they've had, like they're shattering records. I feel like eBay has really done a great job. The CEO that they have now, that he came over from Walmart's online division, he has made a lot of good changes that I feel like eBay has really gone back to their roots, and I feel like they are going to be a player in the game long term, in my opinion, but I don't see them selling at all. I think that window has closed when their stock price was devalued as much as it was last year, but their stock prices are going up and up and up. So I don't see any company now buying them. I think that's really what that adventure capitalist did. They bought so many shares of eBay at such a low price that they've made like ridiculous amounts of money because eBay's stock has bounced back severely.
I love these suggestions.
Yeah.
Look, top 10 weirdest or smelliest items. A top 10 for the year. That would be interesting. Maybe 5 or 10 items to suggest to stay away from. Top 10 unboxing resellers' mistakes. Top things that don't sell well. Ooh, top blooper moments.
That's just so much time to have to go through all those videos and scrub them for stuff.
I know, but it would be fun.
It would.
You know, we could set ourselves up next year to make sure that we have those kinds of things, those kinds of clips.
We would have to take better notes throughout the videos and such, but it's something definitely to think about.
Yeah, Erna, that's a good way to put it. When you guys were talking about Joe being eloquent, I really think that you are very articulate. You speak very well when it's something you know about. I agree with that.
That is an accurate assessment.
We did sell the monster cases.
They sold fast.
They sold a lot faster than I thought.
Yes.
And XYZ Can't See Me is an OG for sure. We should make that a shirt. Family Flits as seen on TV.
Will we get in trouble if we use their little logo thingy? Probably, but are they going to come after us for a little thingy?
Yes, probably.
You
but
know,
we don't
I'm a ask for forgiveness kind of person. You're like an ask for permission person.
What do we think about Facebook coming into the game with the shipping?
I think it's a game changer. I've been saying, I don't remember what videos I did in the past, but I've talked about Facebook probably 2 years ago about Facebook being a good player. I thought Facebook should have bought eBay a year and a half ago because eBay already had the infrastructure that Facebook was desiring. I felt like if they would have partnered eBay or Facebook's user count with eBay's platform and changed it up, they would have been a huge player. But I feel like Facebook is still in its infancy stages. It's enough to where I am beginning to explore cross-listing to Facebook Marketplace because I do feel like it's a huge opportunity, but they have got to clean up the shopping experience because it is not user-friendly whatsoever.
Joe, you know what I just realized?
What?
This is totally unrelated, but somebody was talking about my dreads, and all of a sudden I just remembered. Did you know I'm going to have my dreads for 5 years in January?
Really?
It would have been 5 years. Do y'all know the story behind my dreads and why I have them?
How long have you been married? Lucy's 4. So, yeah, 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I don't know if y'all even care to know, but it's Harold says, I'm playing with my hair. I'm tired. That is so true. When I get tired, I'm just like, it keeps me busy. Trey, you're already adopted. Let's see. That's a good idea. Take a poll on the YouTube channel, ask for favorite bloopers or favorite moments so we don't have to scrub videos. And then we can put it all together. Have you guys seen back when, I don't know if you guys have ever seen this, but back when we were a phone farming channel, I actually did a blooper reel of that. Have you guys seen it? Because if you haven't, I need to tell you guys, but I need to show it to you guys. It's on Facebook.
We'll share it in the Facebook group. If you didn't know, we have a Facebook community group. It's not really a reselling group. I mean, you can ask some reselling related questions, but it's more of a community group. It's nowhere close to where I like it to be because nobody ever really interacts. They interact if we post something, but no, hardly anything.
Somebody posted a picture.
Noel did. Oh, and then somebody did.
She posted a picture of her shirt,
Yeah.
and I was like, yay!
Yeah.
Okay, people do want to know the story of the hair. Okay.
I was like, get dreads or else I'm divorcing you.
Yeah, and I was like, okay. No, that's not really what happened. Actually, he didn't like the dreads. He didn't like the idea of dreads. So, for those of you who don't know, I have not been a Christian my entire life, right? So I discovered, I fell in love with Jesus on the floor of a church, October 26th of 2014. And my life changed completely. Like I moved cities, like it was crazy. Everything was crazy. Like everything went downhill. Anyway, so I immediately went into kind of like a seminary, like an ordination school to become an ordained minister. And I had to learn a lot. I'm talking like I went from like working at a retail store as a manager for a retail store to becoming a Christian preschool teacher, like that. And it was somebody that I knew, and she was kind of like a Christian mentor for me, but I did not know a lot of things. Like, in fact, like we had to do a lesson on Zacchaeus. I had no idea who Zacchaeus was in the Bible. And that's actually a common story that most people know, you know? And so that's kind of where I came from, but I advanced very, very quickly. I'm one of those people, I don't know if you guys have realized this yet, but when I find something that I'm really into and I really love, I like dive into it. Like it becomes like, I'm like all about it. And Turner's Heavenly Home said, we are non-denominational. We don't really ascribe to any denomination.
And we're not like, we're non-denominational because non-denominational people are technically,
we just don't
denominationalize themselves.
Because non-denominational is a denomination technically,
correct,
isn't
technically.
It? I don't know. I don't know. We could fit in probably with a lot of denominations. So I'm not really sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, so yeah, so I did a study. My best friend, she has dreads as well, but she is a teacher of sorts. She likes to teach things and everything. And she started this idea, like she started teaching about consecration, about setting yourself apart from the Lord. And I started going down this path about the Nazarites and the Nazarite vow. And those who don't know anything about the Nazarites, they were a people who set themselves apart for the Lord. And there were a lot of things that they sacrificed to him, like as a symbol that was actually very normal in society. They would not, like, for example, they would never drink anything from a vine. So they couldn't drink wine. But a lot of people don't really understand. They're like, oh, okay, no problem. But it's like, that's a big deal there because not always did they have good drinking water. Mm-hmm. Sometimes wine was all there was to drink, but they had given that as a sacrifice, unto the Lord. There was a lot of other things that made it very difficult for them to navigate normal life. They couldn't be in the presence of, a dead body, which could have been culturally was very difficult for them because it was customary to bury your mothers and your fathers, so for them to not be able to do that, they really had to want it and they really had to settle it in their hearts, and so, coming out of a completely different lifestyle and moving into this lifestyle where I was like, well, the Lord has done so much for me in these short few months. Like I want to be able to do something for him. So I consecrated in a different way, but I for a short time in my life, I, didn't watch TV. I just needed to like separate. And I kind of overcorrected in retrospect, and went a little like far to the other side. But I think that's part of it. Sometimes when we're in life and we're learning something, not just spiritually, but, in our reselling business or in whatever, it's kind of like the ideal goal is to ride the narrow road and just kind of go not too far on this side and not too far on this side, but somewhere in the middle, there's a sweet spot. But if you're learning how to ride a bike and you're first learning, you kind of overcorrect and you end up going a little bit over here and a little bit over here. And your goal is just to kind of stay out of the ditch, And that's kind of where I was. So, I'm not going to say like the Lord was like, you will dread your hair. That's not at all what happens. But I was thinking a lot about like my wedding ring that I have and how much I love it. But if I take the ring off, I'm still married. It's an internal, my vows to my husband are, it's not because of the ring, but it is a symbol, and I'm proud to wear it. So I wanted to have a symbol of my consecration to the Lord. And I wanted to give him something on the outside, and have it represented on the outside, my internal heart condition. And I thought a lot about Samson, and how, his strength was in his hair, and how he, and I was like, I want to give God everything that I have. I want to give him my strength. And so I dreadlocked my hair, which actually it took probably a good 2 years for them to even look right. I mean, for 2 years I had them up because they just looked awful because they were natural dreaded. And it's funny. It's like the journey that I had locking my dreads together, like it kind of went along with like my journey of learning how to be a Christian, because I didn't know how. And I didn't really understand. My parents are Christians, but they were not, like we didn't learn a whole lot about it, and I read a lot of, they read me my Bible stories, and if I wanted to talk about God, I did, but I did go through a period of time where I didn't want to have anything to do with him. And that was just because of, that's a whole nother story, but just not understanding why I had anxiety and depression, and why would God make me this way, just stuff like that. But I've walked through a long way. But the dreadlocks that I wear are a representation of the Nazirite vow. And God, Joe's typing somewhere.
I was accepting an offer on eBay.
And yeah, and so so my dreadlocks are just an external representation of my internal heart condition. I'm not saying that I'm going to have dreads for the rest of my life, but I actually thought I wouldn't have them this long.
I didn't either.
But they're here, and they're just a part of my life, and they are a lot of work. I don't even know if
I think I like them. I don't think I like them. I think I'd miss them if they were gone.
Yeah, me too. But there's sometimes when I don't want to have to maintenance them, and I have to soak them and clean them, and it takes a long time, and it's a long process. I actually have to schedule it into my day. And then that's when I'm just going to cut them all off, but I would never do that. I don't think I would. So let's see.
We got about 3 more minutes before we do the final goodbye.
Goodbye. We do not sell Nintendo Switch games. I don't think I've ever had any in a box or a pallet.
Yeah. I may try to strategically source them throughout. I think one thing that I'm going to do different this year, throughout the year, is strategically source for this time, because we used to sell predominantly cell phones, and those sold no matter what season it was. And this is our first real Q4 Christmas time where we're heavily reliant upon Christmas sales. So I think next year we're going to strategically source throughout the year to buy items specifically to sell at Christmas. What are you laughing at?
Oh, no, I'm not laughing. I'm just smiling. I like this conversation that's going on. And then Erna said, that one day we were talking about brain and depression and how she appreciated the knowledge. So I appreciate you. It is a hard thing to explain to other people. And Turner's Heavenly Home said, I'm glad you understand how much work dreads are, because they are a lot of work. Definitely not a low maintenance hairstyle. I'll say that. So let's see. Thrifting by I love it. I love your story.
Brittany Schaefer, if you're watching, thank you so much for the Shopify sale. We greatly appreciate it.
Okay, I'm glad you said this, Turner, because it's in the group, listen to me talk about my story and everything. I've always wondered if that would ever fit. Not because I want to convince anyone or anything like that, but in order to understand how I got where I am, not just in my business, but as a mother and a person, I think that I owe a lot of that to the experiences I've had in my past. So I've always wondered about that, and I would do it, but I would want to do it in a way that is honoring and I just don't want to just throw it out there. Like I want to honor the process and the story. And I don't really know exactly how to do that yet, but that might actually be a thing that I do someday for sure. Okay. We're finishing up here, but Going Rogue wants to know what you think about bulk and eBay partnership.
I think it's good for business. I think it's good for people who sell liquidation on eBay. I think it's eBay saying that, hey, we will allow you to sell your liquidated items on our platform. It kind of gives people who do liquidation a place to say, hey, we can sell there somewhat safely. Where Amazon, they will accept your money, your sales, but they don't want you selling liquidation on their platform. Meaning, I guess they do, but they want this facade of like, we want to do the right thing. So they kick buyers off left and right for selling liquidation. So I think that aspect, it says eBay is saying, hey, you can sell here. We're okay with it. But I also think it's good for the casual reseller. It's good for the weekend warrior that if you wanting to buy pallets, you're wanting to buy lots, but you don't have a lot of time to be able to list, being able to import those items, although they're not 100% accurate, it's a good starting place to do it. I think people who do that, they'll quickly figure out that they can probably do it faster than what they do it, because you still have to add your own pictures. You're still going to have to go in and modify the descriptions because of the way that it pulls into eBay. So I think that it's good in that regard. Do I think it's going to be the best value for the buyer, for us? No, I don't. I've never really liked bulk because I felt like the value, a lot of their stuff, they charge 25% of retail anyways. So it doesn't really allow for a lot of margins to be made. In my opinion, a lot of people do very well with bulk. But I've never purchased from them because I just felt like the prices were high versus what I could get elsewhere, because a lot of it's Target stuff. We can get those pallets from Market Street, the same pallets for cheaper for that. But I like it for overall liquidation.
Good night, Toy Niece. Oh, and Tom says, if you go back to the beginning, you can see my wild dread stage. The first few unboxings we did were on live streams on at our warehouse. And actually those were the ones that A&E saw.
Yeah.
And ended up anyway, but you can see my dreads. They are wild. They have come a long way. Like they actually look like strands in dreads, but before it was a lot. It was a big process. And at that point in time, you obviously wouldn't be able to tell on the live streams, but I was going through a lot of introspection at that time. And as I was coming out, learning how to be this powerful person that is, motivated by relationship and change, as opposed to what I could get out of something or what I could do, my dreadlocks started to lock up at that point. It could be a coincidence. I don't think so though. So I think it's very cool. So yeah, good night, Tom. And thank you, Raina. Let's see. Punisher. Let's talk about it. Sure. Email me, jessica.rinsing@thefamilyflips.com. Email me. We can talk about it.
There's a link down in the description, her email.
Yeah. If you want to, if you want to talk about it, that'd be awesome. Billy, thank you so much. And good night, Rodgers Shan1 from the UK.
Yeah, it's late there.
It's late. Staying up late. For sure. Let's see. Okay, I guess we're all getting ready to head off, but I want to make sure that I didn't miss anybody. Let's see. Hey, Turner's Heavenly Home said, thank you for saying that I'm a great storyteller. I used to do storytelling in high school, competitive storytelling in high school. So what I did was I was part of a drama class, and we would compete with other schools, and there was all these different events. But my favorite event was where you took a children's book and you were only given a chair and 4 to 6 minutes, and you had to just act out this children's story. And it was my favorite, and I loved it. And sometimes I did okay. Yeah. Okay, let's see. I'm looking. Oh, your channel deals with mental health issues. Well, that would be fun. That'd be fun. You should totally email me and we can talk. Good night, Billy. Let's see. Erna, I'm sure we can do something. I would love to be able to talk to people about stuff other than liquidation and reselling.
Yeah.
And make it open to other people. We've always wanted to, but like I said, honoring the story, honoring that process. Sometimes it's not. It won't do to just jump into something. Sometimes you got to wait for it to organically grow. And I do hope that that our community that we've built, all of us together, we get to that point for sure. So yeah. All right. Let's see. Southern Overdrive. We're doing great. What's up with you? We're about to head out here shortly. I just want to make sure. Are you seeing anything? Thank you, Harold, for watching for trolls, because this is about the time that the trolls get here. All right.
I think that's it.
Yeah. It looks like everybody else is getting ready to head off too. So we'll do the same.
Yep.
But same time next week, everybody.
Yep.
Because and then we'll talk about when we're gonna do our live stream for the week after, since Christmas Eve is that Thursday, and we'll likely be with family.
Yep.
So we may not do it on Christmas Eve, but maybe we'll do it. I'm aiming for the Wednesday before. So thank you guys so much. I sure really enjoyed talking with you guys. It's really encouraging to hear that you want to hear more about, other things other than just reselling too, because this is a community and that's what we want.
Yep.
So, all right, guys. Thank you guys so much.
Peace.
Until next time.
Don't do the other way.
Peace.